Hey everybody, I'm ready to cook some dinner. Wanna cook with me? Let's do it. Got my seasoning ready, because you gotta put your seasoning on. So, I'm gonna use some thyme leaves, some Old Bay seasoning, some oregano leaves, some garlic pepper, and of course, for my coating, I'm going to mix my all-purpose flour with a little bit of cornstarch. And that's going to give me a crispy outside. I'm also going to do an extra trick. Show you in a second. An egg and some milk. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'm going to pour some milk into a bowl. About a half a cup. Then I'm going to break this egg into the milk. I'm going to take a fork and whisk that all together like you're making French toast. But without the cinnamon, no cinnamon. All right, then I'll take my flour in another bowl, about a half cup flour, and then some cornstarch. We'll do about a heaping tablespoon of cornstarch. And we will mix that together with a fork. Get that all mixed up together. Mixing, mixing, mixing. Another thing I like to do is take the seasoning that I'm using on my dish in the flour as well. So I'm gonna put some of my oregano in there. A lot of it. Everything I'm putting on the pork chops, I'm going to put in this. Thyme leaves. Ooh, that's a little bit too much thyme. Old Bay. And there we go. Mix that all together. Go. Seasoned flour is always a great way to go. You gotta season your flour. All right, I've seasoned one side, and I'm about to turn the other side over. Turn it over to the other side, and do the same. Garlic pepper, heavy. Oregano, Old Bay, and thyme leaves. Now, one thing I like to do as well is push that seasoning down into the meat. Actually, what just came to mind is you might do this with a fork as a way of tenderizing. But also with the fork, the tines might get the seasoning deeper into the meat. But I think just do. Punch it in. I already punched in the other side. That gives you a good seasoned meat. Well seasoned pork chops. All right. So we want to start with a dry pork chop. So we're going to dip it in the flour first. And then from there, we will dip it into the egg and milk mixture. And I'm holding it by the bone to try to get the most meat in there. You know, just get the meat in there, and then back into the flour, both sides, dredge it well, and then that one's ready to go into the skillet. Now, let me get some on the other side, all the way on that bone. So we'll do the rest of these the same way, and then we'll be ready to fry. All right, we've got our oil nice and hot, and it's time to start frying. But I think I'm going to use some tongs this time, because the flour and milk gets pretty messy on your hands. So we are going to take this pork chop. The sizzle. Let me zoom in. Oh, I can't zoom in. And I got some pretty big pork chops, so look at that. Right into my cast iron skillet. Oh, it's really bubbling. It's bubbling a lot because I'm using coconut oil. And coconut oil gives it a lot of bubbles. So, I'm going to set that one to the side and let these fry. We'll be back. So, my pork chops are frying, and I gotta have a side to go with them. So, I was thinking some amazing French green beans. I like those. So, I'm gonna put together my green beans with a slice of bacon. So, I'm gonna put together my green beans with a slice of bacon and some diced onions. And of course some seasoning. I'm going to season it up. So let's do that now. We're starting with the bacon and onions. I'm going to put this in the microwave. That was a little potato, so I think about 5 minutes should be good enough. We'll see. Okay, in the green beans, I put bacon, onions, and salt, pepper, garlic powder, a lot of garlic powder. But I almost forgot the butter. So we're gonna put this butter in there too. TTTTC, time to turn the chops. Oh, oh, it's extra crispy, golden brown. Mm-hmm. So So it's been 5 minutes and this plate is hot, but this potato is good and ready. That's what we're gonna pop into our green beans without having to cook and simmer them all day. So I'm just gonna chop this potato up with the skin on it and everything. Ouch, oh, it's hot. Very hot. You could let it cool down a little bit, but I'm trying to get this meal on so I can get on with my Friday night. Woo. Okay. I'm gonna leave the skins on and just drop them into that pot. Give it a good stir. And actually, our green beans are ready already. Now, I'm gonna get a plate and put a paper towel on so we can drain our pork chops. And then we'll be ready for dinner. All right, I've got my paper towels and we're about to take our pork chops out. They are golden brown, delicious looking, crispy, fried hard, like some people might say. I love it. They are looking good and delicious. You can see that seasoning on the outside. Let me give you a good look. Pork chops. So it's time for my dinner, and I'm going to give you a good look at what the plate looks like. See you in a minute. No, first I got to drop the other pork chop in. Oh, I still have one left. So we're going to let it fry. Now we'll make our plate. So that was a quick, easy way to make a good dinner for 1 or 2 people. I like to call these bachelor meals. And this is what my bachelor meal is looking like right now. I'm so ready to dig in. Thank you for watching and come back for more.